Did Cleopatra really bathe in milk, or was that just a myth to intrigue generations? How much do we actually know about the queen who charmed emperors and shaped the course of history? Stay tuned as we explore the true story of Cleopatra, the woman, the queen, and the legend. Hi, and welcome to our deep dive into the secret life of Cleopatra. Today, we're separating fact from fiction about the last queen of ancient Egypt and uncovering her true legacy. Let's begin. Cleopatra VII Philopator was born in 69 BCE and ascended to the throne of Egypt at the young age of 18. As a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, Cleopatra was renowned for her intelligence and strategic acumen. She was fluent in multiple languages, including Egyptian, Greek, and several others, which allowed her to communicate effectively with foreign dignitaries and her own people. Trained in philosophy and well-versed in the arts and sciences of her time, Cleopatra was a cultivated leader. Her reign was marked by a determined effort to preserve Egypt's independence amid the growing threat of Roman expansion. Cleopatra famously formed alliances with powerful Roman leaders like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, using both diplomacy and personal charisma to maintain her kingdom's autonomy. But who was Cleopatra really? Was she the enchantress everyone talks about, or was she a pragmatist carving out a place for her kingdom in an uncertain world? Cleopatra was born into a world of privilege, growing up in Alexandria, Egypt's bustling cultural hub, known for its grand library and vibrant intellectual life. As a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, she was immersed in an environment rich in Greek and Egyptian influences. She received an exceptional education, tutored by some of the finest scholars of the era. Her studies included mathematics, where she learned the complexities of numbers and equations, astronomy, which allowed her to understand the stars and planets, medicine, giving her insights into the healing arts, and philosophy, which honed her thinking and reasoning skills. What truly set Cleopatra apart, however, was her remarkable linguistic ability. She reportedly spoke as many as 9 languages, a skill that enabled her to communicate directly with various peoples of the vast territories under her influence, without the need for interpreters, thus enhancing her diplomatic capabilities and strengthening her rule. Unlike many members of her family, Cleopatra made the extraordinary effort to learn Egyptian, the language spoken by her people, while also mastering Greek, the official language of her Greek Macedonian dynasty. This linguistic ability was rare among the Ptolemaic rulers, who typically only spoke Greek, and it gave Cleopatra a significant advantage. Her fluency in Egyptian allowed her to communicate directly with her subjects and engage with them on a more personal level, fostering a connection with her people like no ruler before her. Cleopatra's multilingual skills not only demonstrated her intelligence and adaptability, but also her commitment to understanding and ruling her diverse kingdom. Cleopatra wasn't just another ruler. She was a master tactician and a visionary leader. Her reign was marked by strategic brilliance as she secured her throne through a series of calculated moves. By forming alliances with powerful figures like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, she ensured Egypt's influence and her own position of power. Cleopatra was adept at negotiating with her enemies, using her charm and intelligence to navigate the complex power dynamics of the ancient world. Her understanding of politics and societal structures allowed her to maintain an independent Egypt amidst the expanding Roman Empire, demonstrating her exceptional foresight and leadership skills. One of Cleopatra's most brilliant strategies was her ability to skillfully align herself with Rome's most powerful figures whenever her kingdom faced threats. By forging strategic alliances with influential leaders like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, she ensured that Egypt remained a significant player on the political stage. Her interactions with Caesar began during a period of civil war in Egypt, and by forming a personal and political alliance with him, she secured her position as queen. Later, her partnership with Mark Antony not only strengthened her power, but also provided substantial military support. Cleopatra's astute political maneuvers were crucial in protecting Egypt's sovereignty and maintaining its prosperity amidst the shifting tides of Roman politics. But were her relationships purely political, or was there more to them? That's what we'll explore next. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar. Was it love or a strategic alliance? Their relationship was not just a personal affair, but a pivotal political maneuver. By aligning herself with Caesar, Cleopatra solidified her claim to the Egyptian throne during a turbulent period marked by internal strife and external threats. This union also resulted in the birth of her son, Caesarion, whom Cleopatra vigorously promoted as Caesar's heir. This move aimed to strengthen her position and legitimize her son's future rule, intertwining their destinies with the complex political tapestry of Rome and Egypt. After Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra forged another critical alliance with Mark Antony. Recognizing the power dynamics at play, they united their military and political strengths, envisioning a formidable new empire that could rival Rome's dominance. Their partnership was not only strategic, but also romantic, as they shared ambitions of expanding their territories and influence. Together, they challenged the might of Rome. Navigating the complex web of alliances and enmities in the Mediterranean world. Their defeat at Actium and eventual deaths marked the end of Egypt's independence, but their partnership remains one of the most famous alliances in history. The image we have of Cleopatra primarily originates not from Egyptian sources, but from Roman historians, such as Plutarch. These accounts were crafted after her death and often depicted her in a negative light, portraying her as a cunning seductress and a political threat to Roman stability. Cleopatra's relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony were frequently emphasized, overshadowing her skills as a linguist, diplomat, and ruler. This Roman perspective was influenced by their own political agendas and cultural biases, which sought to diminish her achievements and bolster Rome's image as a superior power. Consequently, Cleopatra's true legacy as a capable and intelligent leader has often been overshadowed by these historical portrayals. Now, imagine what Egyptian accounts might have said. Could they have told a different story, one filled with deeper insights into the daily lives and perspectives of the ancient Egyptians? Perhaps they would reveal untold narratives of power, artistry, and innovation that shaped their society. Let's delve into her contributions to Egypt's culture, examining the ways she influenced art, architecture, and social norms, leaving a legacy that continues to intrigue us today. Unlike many of her predecessors, Cleopatra actively embraced Egyptian traditions and culture, which set her apart as a ruler. She did not merely adopt the external trappings of power. Instead, she immersed herself in the spiritual and cultural life of Egypt. Cleopatra portrayed herself as the reincarnation of Isis, the revered goddess of motherhood and magic, thus forging a deep spiritual connection with her people. By linking her identity with Isis, Cleopatra aligned herself with the divine and eternal aspects of Egyptian mythology, endearing her to her subjects and solidifying her legitimacy as their queen. Her dedication to Egyptian customs and deities played a crucial role in her efforts to maintain the independence and prosperity of her realm amid the ever-growing threat of Roman dominance. Her focus on religion and symbolic imagery solidified her role not just as a political leader, but as a unifying force in a culturally diverse kingdom. The Ptolemies were infamous for their internal conflicts and power struggles, often marked by betrayal and treachery. Cleopatra, one of the most well-known rulers from this dynasty, faced intense challenges from her own family. Her siblings saw her as a rival, leading to a series of hostile confrontations. To secure her position as queen, Cleopatra had to navigate these dangerous waters, which sometimes involved orchestrating the assassination of those who threatened her rule. This tumultuous family dynamic was a hallmark of the Ptolemaic dynasty's complex and often brutal quest for power. Her reign marked the last chapter of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a dynasty originally Greek, but one that Cleopatra integrated with Egyptian culture to maintain legitimacy. Cleopatra shattered limitations of her era, challenging the norms and expectations placed on women. As a powerful ruler of Egypt, she paved the way for women to be seen not only as strategists and leaders, but also as icons of their time. Her intelligence, political acumen, and diplomatic skills left a lasting legacy that continues to inspire generations. Today, Cleopatra's life serves as a powerful source of inspiration for a new generation of women who are determined to rewrite their own narratives and assert their strength and intelligence. Her legacy as a formidable ruler and a woman of great intellect, continues to motivate women across the world to challenge societal norms, embrace their individuality, and pursue their ambitions with confidence and resilience. Cleopatra didn't rely solely on alliances to strengthen her kingdom. She was a shrewd and innovative leader who took significant steps to enhance Egypt's economic standing. She revolutionized the economy by boosting trade, forging new trade routes, and establishing strong commercial ties with foreign powers. Cleopatra also focused on stabilizing Egypt's currency, introducing gold and silver coins that bore her image. These coins were not just currency, but symbols of her authority and influence, projecting power and stability across the Mediterranean. Her economic policies helped ensure the prosperity of Egypt during her reign, making her one of the most formidable rulers of her time. Her taxation reforms ensured a steady stream of revenue for her kingdom during turbulent times, showcasing her astute financial acumen and strategic foresight. Cleopatra transformed the Nile River into Egypt's economic spine by implementing efficient agricultural practices and enhancing trade routes. This wise management created widespread prosperity and stability, which came to define her reign and solidified her legacy as a powerful and resourceful ruler in a challenging era. Her innovations in trade gave Egypt leverage on the global stage. Cleopatra's Alexandria was more than just a political hub, it was the cultural capital of the ancient world. This vibrant city was home to the legendary Library of Alexandria, a center of learning and knowledge, attracting scholars from all over the globe. Cleopatra, known for her intelligence and political acumen, used her immense resources to support advancements in various fields, including science, literature, and art. Under her patronage, Alexandria became a melting pot of ideas and innovation, where the brightest minds of the era converged to share and expand human understanding. She sustained the Library of Alexandria as a beacon of knowledge, tirelessly working to ensure it remained a vibrant meeting point for the greatest minds of her time. By fostering an environment of intellectual exchange and collaboration, she attracted scholars, philosophers, and scientists from various lands, transforming the library into a hub of wisdom and innovation. Her dedication helped preserve countless scrolls and manuscripts, safeguarding the accumulated knowledge of civilizations for future generations. But her intellectual court was also a stage for diplomatic strategy. Cleopatra didn't only excel in politics, she was also a skilled military strategist. Known for her intelligence and charm, Cleopatra forged crucial alliances with powerful Roman leaders such as Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. These partnerships were not merely personal relationships. They were strategic moves essential to securing Egypt's survival amidst the increasing threat of Roman expansion. Through her diplomatic and military maneuvers, Cleopatra aimed to maintain Egypt's independence and influence in a tumultuous period of history, showcasing her as one of the most formidable leaders of her time. Her navy was one of the largest and most formidable in the ancient world, playing a crucial role in defending Egypt's sovereignty against external threats. With its impressive fleet of warships and skilled sailors, the Navy safeguarded Egypt's trade routes and coastal territories, ensuring the stability and prosperity of the nation amidst a turbulent geopolitical landscape. Does her role as a military commander shift how we view Cleopatra? It should. Cleopatra wielded immense influence on Roman politics, shaping the course of history with her strategic alliances and political acumen. Her relationship with Julius Caesar was more than a romance. It was a calculated move that shifted the balance of power in the Roman Republic. As a highly educated ruler, fluent in multiple languages and versed in the art of diplomacy, Cleopatra wasn't just a foreign queen. She was a power broker in the greatest empire of her time, leveraging her connections and intellect to secure her position and influence. Her actions shook the Roman world, serving as a catalyst for profound changes that ultimately led to the fall of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Through strategic alliances and bold decisions, she influenced political dynamics, setting in motion events that would reshape the course of Roman history and forever alter the balance of power in the ancient world. But how did Egyptians and the Romans truly view her? Cleopatra wasn't just a political leader, she was revered as a divine figure in the eyes of her people. Known for her intelligence, charisma, and strategic acumen, Cleopatra presented herself as a living incarnation of Isis, the goddess of magic and motherhood. This connection not only reinforced her status and authority, but also endeared her to the Egyptian people, who saw in her a divine protector and a symbol of fertility and nurturing. Her alignment with Isis was a calculated move to strengthen her position and ensure loyalty among her subjects. This connection not only provided her reign with legitimacy, but also strengthened the loyalty and trust of her subjects. By establishing strong ties with influential figures and fostering a sense of unity, she was able to create a stable and prosperous environment, which further deepened the admiration and dedication of her people. Religion not only shaped her rule, but was integral to Egyptian society under her reign. Cleopatra invested heavily in monumental architecture to fortify her legacy and leave a lasting impact on history. She played a significant role in the construction of temples dedicated to Egyptian deities, such as the Temple of Dendera and the Temple of Edfu. These architectural projects were not just for religious purposes. They also served as a strategic gesture of unification, aiming to strengthen her position as a ruler by blending Egyptian and Greek cultures. By aligning herself with the power and tradition of Egyptian religious practices, Cleopatra sought to legitimize her rule and forge a sense of national identity among her subjects. The blending of Greek and Egyptian designs in her monuments symbolized the harmony she strived for between these two rich and diverse cultures. By integrating architectural elements from both traditions, she aimed to create a visual representation of unity and mutual respect. This fusion not only showcased her appreciation for the artistic achievements of each culture, but also reflected her broader political ambition to bring her diverse subjects together under a single harmonious rule. But her focus wasn't limited to Egypt. While Cleopatra's relationships with Caesar and Antony are well known, her diplomatic influence extended far beyond these famous alliances. As the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, Cleopatra was a master of political strategy. She strategically fostered partnerships with nearby kingdoms, skillfully engaging in diplomacy to ensure Egypt remained a regional power amidst the shifting dynamics of the ancient world. Cleopatra's mastery in languages and cultural understanding allowed her to forge alliances that not only secured her reign, but also enhanced Egypt's influence and stability during tumultuous times. Her adept navigation of international relations was as critical to her legacy as her romantic entanglements with Rome's most powerful men. Diplomatic envoys on ships and in courts, forging deals for Egyptian grain and trade. These efforts made her reign one of enduring significance. Thanks to Cleopatra's astute leadership, Egypt became a central hub of Mediterranean trade during her reign. Her strategic alliances and diplomatic skills fostered increased commerce that linked Africa, Asia, and Europe. By enhancing trade routes and forming partnerships, she ensured the prosperity of Egypt, allowing for the exchange of goods, culture, and ideas across these regions. Her reign not only reinforced Egypt's economic strength, but also its cultural influence across the Mediterranean. Cleopatra's control of these trade routes solidified Egypt as a vital player in global economics during her time. By maintaining dominance over key pathways linking Africa, Asia, and Europe, she not only ensured the steady flow of goods such as spices, grain, and textiles, but also boosted Egypt's wealth and influence. This strategic command allowed Egypt to thrive economically and to engage diplomatically with other powerful civilizations. Trade was vital, but how did art preserve her memory? Artists from Cleopatra's time captured her likeness, yet not always truthfully. Ancient coins and statues depict a ruler who embraced her identity with pride. The literary legacy of Cleopatra, both factual and fictional, has played a significant role in defining her as one of history's greatest enigmas. Numerous historians and writers have contributed to this mystique, portraying her not only as a powerful ruler, but also as a captivating figure of intrigue and complexity. From ancient Roman accounts to modern novels and films, Cleopatra's story has been reimagined countless times, each iteration adding layers to her enigmatic persona and cementing her place in both historical and cultural narratives. Time would only magnify her extraordinary legacy. Cleopatra is a timeless figure, appearing in films, art, and books that often romanticize her story. Her life and reign as the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt have captivated audiences for centuries. From Elizabeth Taylor's iconic portrayal in the 1963 film, which highlighted her beauty and political acumen, to modern books that reframe her as an empowered leader, Cleopatra's legacy evolves with each retelling. Her intelligence, charisma, and influence over powerful figures like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony have made her a subject of fascination, inspiring countless works that explore her as a cunning strategist and a formidable queen. Each new generation discovers fresh insights to learn from Cleopatra, the woman, the queen, and the legend. Her life offers a rich tapestry of lessons, from her political acumen and strategic alliances to her ability to navigate the complex dynamics of power and influence in a male-dominated world. Her legacy continues to captivate and inspire, demonstrating the enduring impact of her reign and her story. Which version of Cleopatra do you believe captures her best? Share below. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to like, subscribe, and explore more deep dives into history's greatest figures.